Alright, hopefully everybody can see me. Good night, good night, good night. Hello, Sissy! You're here! Good night, good night, good night. David, good night. Listen, we don't want to hold back. We're talking about everything tonight. I'm just getting myself a drink, get myself ready. Yay! What you over there drinking, or you're not drinking? I'm finishing the rest of this pina colada for both of us. Everybody can see me clearly? Good night. I'm waiting on my co-host, Brian the Situation, to come online. So Janelle, ready to find your special one? Hello, Sister Stephanie. I'm glad that you're here online tonight. You can actually speak and attest to a marriage. You know, finding your one, your perfect one, your soulmate. I guess the first question that I would start off with is, do you believe in love? Do you believe in marriage? And what is love to you? What does love mean to you? I'm not sure who that is there, but come on in, join the live, please. Thank you. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you so much. Those who followed me on Facebook, IG, Snapchat, Instagram, thank you so much. Hold on. I believe the situation is here. Let me go add him. I'm waiting for my partner in crime. What's going on? Yes, you believe in love. Hello, good night. No one can stand. This is my handsome co-host, Brian Situation. And this is the first of
good night, everybody.
Of our podcast on finding the one, right? And this is really brought to you today because of the website that we are promoting, or we were working in cohesion with. Find your black husband.
Find your
right? So before
log on to the
Brian, I was asking them, you know, like 3 questions came to mind. 1, do you believe in love? 2, what is your definition of the word love? And do you believe that you could find that one person that you can spend the rest of your life with in a marriage? Do you believe in marriage?
So are you forwarding the question to me? You want me to kick it?
Somebody told me that yes, he believes in love. I haven't heard anybody else. But do you believe in love? What are your views on love, on marriage, and actually finding that one person and committing to that one person?
I would like to take it like one step at a time. So do you believe in love? Yes, I believe in love.
Okay.
But yes, I believe in love, but what is love?
That's why I asked you. What is love? What is love?
So my idea is that people mistake love, right? So people believe that, and if you grow up in the church teach you that there's 3 types of love, right? And they teach you about agape love, and the love for your kids, and the love for your wife, and the love for God. They teach you about the different love, right? Loves. But that put a condition on love, right? And there's no condition on love. There's only one love. There's different levels of attraction. You have a different attraction towards your kids. You have a different attraction towards your woman. You have a different attraction towards God.
Attraction is the word. You think you want to use the
So,
word attraction? When you say the word
yes,
attraction, to
it's
me,
attraction.
like that
Because,
word is like something like physical. You're putting a physical connotation to it. Where I agree
because,
with you on the
because,
first part
because,
about the different types of love, right? But obviously
yeah.
tonight we're talking about man and woman business. That's what we're talking about. So that is the definition of a need here.
Of
So
course, I'm saying basically that there is only one type of love. There is no man and woman love. There is no love for your kids different. There's just love. There's just love for people. There's just love in
okay,
general,
all right.
right? But 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 our attraction to people, let us prioritize people. So you have an attraction to your wife or to your woman, right? That's different from the attraction that you have to your kids. The attraction for your kids is to provide for your kids, is to be there. But the attraction to your woman is to be her everything. Is to be that person that she depends on. And that's what drives what we call love.
Have you ever been in love?
But
You
my
sound like
general,
you're in love. You sound like you're presently in love. Have you been
pardon?
in love? Are you in love presently at the moment?
I used to think that love was different, but I'm in love. I'm always in love. I'm in love with everybody. I'm in love with
Wow.
life. I'm in love with I'm just in love all around.
Yeah, but then that means that what? Are you single or are you off the market?
I'm always in a relationship. I'm always taken. I have a business to run. Relationships are business, And because we reduce relationship to this frolic love, we don't get the true value out of it. So we focus on what he's doing and what she's doing rather than what is the business doing? Are we growing? So the life that I live, I have to always be in a relationship because my woman has to help me with the business.
Yeah, I feel like it's still going around with all that time. I want to know if you are you in a relationship presently, Brian?
Yes, yes, I'm always in a relationship. That's what I'm telling you.
People, you don't think I'm trying to go around me right now? I feel like he's trying to go around me right now.
No, I listen. I am in
Are
a
you in a
relationship, but I'm
relationship with a female
explaining
at
to you.
this time?
There's no other relationship that I can be in. What are we talking about? Of course, I'm in a relationship with a female. That's why I'm
Right.
explaining to you that the life that I live and the belief that I have that life is supposed to be is that I have to have a female around me,
Right.
right? And that female bring balance,
Right.
right? So I have a business, right? So and I work a 9 to 5, and I can't be at two places at one time,
Right.
right? Plus I have a daughter. Plus I have a daughter that I have to raise, you know, and somebody got to be around for her.
Okay, so what we have, who we have here? Good night, everybody. Come on in, join in, join in, join in. Again, we're brought to you tonight by findyourblackhusband.com. For those single ladies out there that are ready to find, their one, that special someone, you can go on the site. They have designed a special algorithm of questions that is just so amazing, so that the chances are very, very high that you find, an eligible. What's that?
The chance is very, very slim for you to be catfished.
No catfish around here. We're not doing that. Hi, good night. Who is that? Read. Bless up yourself. Good night. Do you believe in love? Sister Stephanie says, yeah, love is love. Everyone. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Everyone can share the live as well. So we get it out there to many people. What's your view on love? What do you think? You're over there. You're quiet.
Tashina, what's your view on love? Let me see if you have one of those unrealistic views on love.
Unrealistic though. All right, for me, love.
I don't know views.
Love encompasses like so many things for me. Yes, it has to be a mental connection. It has to be an emotional connection. it has to be a spiritual connection. And that is very, very important to me. And I'll say because, I mean, those who know me know that I'm actually going through a divorce right now. I was previously married. And the one thing that I've learned from that marriage or from my marriage ending was that you can love a person and not be in love with that person anymore. And you can grow apart. Yeah? Maybe what you fell in love
Yes.
with. Answer the question, please. What question do you want to answer, Stephanie? So love for me is more than words. Love is how you make my soul feel. My soul feels just at peace, loving me, the flaws and all, being a support system, being honest, even honest at times, that brutal honesty, even with the hope or the chance that you might hurt a person's feeling. You get what I'm saying? Because we're not perfect. We're not perfect. But I would
True.
rather someone not to love me on the surface, because lots of people love just for the physical, which is not love, that's infatuation, right? I want at the end of the day, because this is this physical image here, it's fickle, it must get old, it must sag. You get what I'm saying? It has flaws. But when you love the inside, the person, the soul, then is she the black wife? Yes, she is a black wife. Look at the comments. What are you looking at? Go again, look at the comments. You missed a comment there, Brian? So
She is black.
love. Love is that appreciation.
But Sheena, I have a take on love. So my belief is that love is so personal that you can't give it to somebody.
You don't give it fear to that person.
Right? No, like love is so personal you cannot give it to somebody, because listen, this is what I see. This is what I understand about love, right? That you see, the love that you're looking for is the love that only you can provide yourself with. Because your definition of love is not somebody else's definition of love.
True.
So the love that you are, that unconditional love that you are looking for, is your definition of love, and only you can provide yourself with that love.
Yes, start off that you have to love oneself, but I feel that you can find someone who is evenly yoked, someone who shares the same values that you share.
Yeah, but somebody can share the same values as you share and can change their values as they go on.
Yeah, that's why love is just so, it's so tricky. I'm afraid. At this point, after going through what I've gone through, I'm afraid. Because I don't want to give up myself and then it will work.
But that's why I'm explaining to you that expecting somebody to love you, expecting that love from somebody is very unfair.
So what would you want me to do? No one is, I understand, no one is perfect. Exactly. No one is perfect. And that's why I'm saying that if you are evenly yoked with a person and they understand you and you understand them, and listen, it's a difference between making a mistake and something that is habitual. That you habitually like hurt me. You do the things to hurt me.
But Sheena, people disappoint themselves. People purposefully do things to hurt themselves. So if the highest level of love somebody can have is for themselves, then what kind of love can they have for you if they're gonna hurt themselves? If they're gonna do all these things?
There are people that are going around here saying that they're in love with people and all these kind of stuff, but then don't love themselves. Because I feel like for you, in order for you to love someone, you need to first love yourself.
But that's why I'm trying to explain to you my idea of love, right? Love is so personal that you can only share love with yourself. And when you have that understanding of love for self, right? Then you don't run away. Then you don't run around trying to look for your definition of love from people.
My sister made a very, very
because
valid point here. Very valid point here.
So because
the love languages. Very valid. I believe there are what? Is it five How many different love languages do we have out there?
But I don't really follow those love novels and stuff like that. So you probably
you don't
me on that.
it?
No, I don't know what it is. Explain to me.
Maybe we need to add some people to the live. Are you to add?
Yeah, but let me disconnect. Let me disconnect and reconnect. Let me disconnect and reconnect because this is freezing.
That you don't understand. 5 love languages, exactly. 5 love languages. So you have the one. Are you gonna reconnect? You're gonna disconnect and reconnect? All right.
Yes.
So, all right.
So you can explain the 5 love languages to me, and then we can go on topics.
No problem. All right. The 5 love languages. Are you gonna come off? You still? All right, so someone is giving me. So you have receiving gifts, you have acts of service, you have physical touch. What's the next one? I'm missing out. You know, my ring light is too far. I'm not able to do much. Hold on, let me get you off of here. Let's see what I can do. All right, so the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Let's try and get someone online here. Oh. All right. All right, Brian is coming back now. Brian, you're back? All right, so
yes, I'm back.
The 5 love languages, and then we can go into our topics for the night. 5 love languages, you have acts of service, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and there's one more, and words of affirmation. And I think the point that they were trying to make is sometimes, all right, let us say my love language is acts of service and words of affirmation. But if my partner doesn't realize that that's what I need, he's instead giving me the physical touch and the receiving gifts. You know, like, have you ever been in those relationships where you get in an argument with a girl or the man, and the man feel like, oh, sex is it, like if you hug you up and then kiss you up and all these kind of stuff is good to go? No, that don't work for me. We need to sit down and we need to talk about it. You know? Do you? Yeah.
I understand.
So that's what she was saying a while ago, that it can be, you have a set of,
yeah, basically, but based on what you're explaining about love languages, it goes back into what I was saying, that those love languages is what you need from yourself, right? But you're looking for somebody else to offer it to you, and that is very unfair. And that's why most relationships are not working out these days. That's what I believe.
So then what would you want? What in your mind, what is that ideal relationship? How does the ideal or the perfect relationship with finding the one? How do you go about doing that? Creating that balance.
First and foremost, you can't expect somebody to commit to you when they're not committing to themselves. Right? So you don't look at how they treat their mother, you don't look at how they treat their sisters, you look at how they treat themselves, because they love nobody more than they love themselves. Right? And when you watch how somebody treat themselves as in terms of their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, how interested they are to achieve those things, then you will realize that if this person is not interested enough to do the things necessary to achieve his goal, then how is he going to be interested in achieving your goals or helping you to
What about
achieve
if
it?
you meet someone and he's and like tick tick tick, as you said, interested in their life, in achieving these goals and all that kind of stuff, but yet still there's no balance. We're still not having that bond, that not you know what?
There's no balance. There's no balance with men, right? There's no balance with men.
Educate
This is the thing.
me.
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? There's no balance with men, because if you see a man who is able to bring a balance, then that's a questionable man. Because if you love something, you're supposed to be 100% in that thing, right? And then that comes with the predicament that men find themselves in concerning relationship nowadays, because the woman wants she to be that thing, when she don't realize that though her happiness means a lot to you, you providing that happiness and in your estimation as a man, you achieving your goal is the way or you can remain she can remain sexually attracted to you, right? But then the woman want to come in between that, right? But then she's supposed to be attracted to your passion, because she's supposed to be sharing the same goal as you. But because she has her own goals, you have your own goals, your passion for your goal, she takes that offensive. But if she was sharing the same goals as you, then she would appreciate that passion. You understand what I'm saying? Or where I'm getting at? No? That's a no?
You know, I think I'm going to agree to disagree on that one, because I mean, I can share your goals in terms of, yes, I want for you, I want the best for you.
No, that's not sharing my goals. Sharing my goals is not you wanting what's best for me. Sharing my goals is you wanting what's best for us, because this is what is good for us. This is what we are working on for us.
I love that.
So that is,
yo, it's so rare to find
that is
talk about us, because they always talk about I. That is very refreshing, Brian. Very refreshing. Your girlfriend must be, or your wife must be very, very happy with you. Very proud.
Because the aim here in every relationship, right? This is in every relationship, the aim is the family, right? The kids. Because I have a take. If a man live on a premises by himself, that is a yard.
Straight, I agree with you.
If a woman live in a premises by herself, that is a house. But where you have a man, woman, and the child, or the man and the woman in unity living together, that's a home.
Yes. Hey, you're gonna for me. You're ready for me tonight. I love it. All right. So my phone is hooked up on ring light. So I don't know if you want us. Let us go into the first topic for the night.
Sure, no problem.
If you would be so gracious. Who are the first ones that we're talking about? By the way, people, come on, tell your friends about it. Come on in if you want to join in the line. If you have something to say, just send a request and I do.
All right, so the first topic that we're gonna talk on is about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard issue.
All right, so
what's your take on it?
Of that thing? Listen, I really can't take Hollywood, you know that? I'm really not for Hollywood at all. To me,
okay,
it's like a modern day. I don't want to say it's Sodom and Gomorrah, to be honest with you. But
so basically, Johnny Depp was with Amber Heard, been married to her, right? So they were married for basically like 1 year before before they filed for divorce. She got a settlement in the divorce for $7 million, but they signed a non-disclosure agreement, right? that nobody should, that neither of the two of them should say anything bad openly about whatever, about each other.
Right.
So she secretively gave a video to, I think it was New York Times, and he sued her for defamation of character. But throughout the case, she lied, you know. But from the onset of the case, right, everybody was on her side because of this Me Too movement, right? So this is the thing, right? So when it just came out, everybody was in support of Amber Heard because the usual take that the man is a monster, right? Because he's a crackhead or whatever their take is, right? So the Me Too movement tells you that every woman is right. You understand? So there's two things to this, right? It's our perspective on how this plays out, right? What if there was a systematic effort to fall Johnny Depp? We would fall prey to it, and we would believe that Amber Heard is telling all truth, because everything that was coming out of the courtroom would be censored, and that's how easily portrayed and influenced, right? But because there was no systematic effort to fall him or to get rid of him, or to block him or cancel him, right? People was able to see the deceptive side that women can have when they can't have their own way.
Just Amber Heard, speak directly of her.
No, because this is the thing. It's not a bad or a good. It's not even a good or a bad thing. It's about the defensive nature of a woman, right? But if most women understand themselves, right, and use this defensive nature to protect their family, then we would be in a way better position and way more relationship would be working out. But because women nowadays have so many options, they reduce the value of a man as to helping them with their goals, helping them to get to where they're at. Because what most women do, right, is perpetrate the pain and suffering that other women go through, and they live this as if it was their experience. So they might be in a relationship 1 or 2 times and got hurt, and they will never trust again. Why?
But that's the same could be said of a man that when all right, let's say, and I'm not gonna be unrealistic and say that, listen, you don't have women out there that are just really rotten, but you have. All right, let's say you are in a relationship with a lady and the lady cheats on you and, you know, she does it the worst. These men now take that baggage from that past relationship and they dog every single female going forward. So I don't think it's something that is just women alone. So? No? Men do it as well.
Yeah, but look at it from this angle, right? A man can't really dog a woman, because when you're with a woman, right, you don't ask her to pay half of your bills. When you're with a woman as a man, right, you don't ask for 3/4 of the things that a woman would ask for in a relationship. You don't ask nothing for her more than peace of mind and companionship, right? But
I think these things are given to you just because of based on consideration, the type of woman that you are. I don't think it's something that I do not buy into because I'm sleeping with you or because you're my boyfriend. Oh, you have to pay for this and you have to pay for that and you have to pay. I don't buy into it. That's me personally. Now, if you're talking husband and wife now, the Bible, that's where we're going to go straight to the Bible. The Bible says that the man must be the provider, right? Yes, we're in modern times now that women can do, our women are independent and we can do for ourselves. But I believe a man has to be a man. You support, as he said, no, it's not a yard you live in. It's not a house, it's a home. You get what I'm saying?
But Sheena, you have to understand that relationships and marriages are a bit different from man these days. Because we're not dealing with the traditional marriage anymore. We're not dealing with the traditional family anymore. We have women law, we have kids law, right? We have laws that protect them from who? The monster. Who is perpetrated as the monster? The man, right? So systematically, the man in the household is reduced to just providing, You know, and that's why you see the court operate in the way the court operates. So the perspective of a man have become so protective.
Yeah, well, I feel if man never do certain things, and it wouldn't be that. We wouldn't go down that road. It wouldn't be that way. Men play a part in there. Men have
But
played an
but
integral role in the reason why now, which is that okay, if a woman says rape, then more to believe a woman than to believe the man. Because men do these kind of stuff. I mean, come on. I mean,
but who's to tell that women don't do this type of stuff more than men?
Vindictive women out there that do those kind of that cry wolf.
No, no. But that's the issue. But that's the issue. When we're talking about women being the perpetrator, right? When we're talking about women being the perpetrator of the wrongdoing, then it becomes, oh, I'm not saying that you don't have women, as if it is the minority. Who's to say that the majority of the hurt and the pain and the abuse don't come from women?
I'm sorry, I cannot believe that. That part, right now, you better put on the fire. Put on the fire something, because I don't agree with you on that. I don't believe that women are the majority. I don't believe that they're the ones that most times do things
But in regards to the Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp story, though, it shows that two things. One, watch how Johnny Depp and Amber Heard met, right? He met from cheating on the woman that he was with, his babies, his two kids. That's how they met. So the relationship seemed like one that it was a good foundation, because they used to snort coke, have sex, and went shopping on the mall. That's what she wanted, right? But Johnny Depp wanted somebody to save him from that coke life that he was getting into, right? But he made a bad mistake, because he chose a party girl. He chose the girl that wanted to frolic, a girl that wanted to snort coke, have freaky sex, threesomes, lick ass, all sorts of things, and go shopping in the morning.
Understood this thing with men. You choose a certain woman to become your girlfriend, your wife, and then when she does these unfounded and all these kind of accusations you going on, like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was like that before? You didn't know that she was like that before?
No, because we see everybody with the eyes of our mother. Through the eyes that we see our mother, we see all these women that we choose to be in a relationship with the eyes of our mother.
I do not believe
that.
Of course. I do not believe that. I believe that nowadays men are not going for women based on what is up here and really freeing, like taking into account what they're thinking, the mental ability when you have conversations with them. I believe that men nowadays, they are so infatuated with the physical. They don't have time to sit down and really
that's because
you really find out about this person. Because I don't see why it is that he would think that Amber Heard would be his escape to stop doing drugs and stop doing the drinking and all these kind of stuff. If that is what you met her, that is how you guys met.
Yeah, but your word means a lot to us as men, because our word means a lot to us as men.
That's the next thing that I don't believe. I don't agree with you there, Nina. The ones that word is born, those men are very rare and far between. And when a woman finds a man like that, then that is a great thing. That is an honorable thing, and I appreciate those. But it's not a lot of them. It's not a lot of them, because everybody now is into social media. As again, everybody now is into physical. That's all they're into. It is all about physical. It's all about lust. It is all about infatuation. It is all about how people gonna see when you go out on the road with the girl. How people gonna view you. It is true. Maybe not for you. Not for you. Not for
part of it. No. In general.
Majority of the men, they will meet a nice girl, a nice level-headed girl that have planned, forward thinking, moving, whatever else, and then meet another girl. And yes, I'm not saying that she's not nice, but because maybe physical, maybe she's brown, maybe she have longer hair, she have flat belly, body do, and all this kind of stuff. No, he's totally forgotten about that lady that would really push him and propel him to greatness.
So Sheena, let me ask you a question. Who who is on social media 90% of the time posting more than anybody, male or female?
There's no difference nowadays. There is absolutely no, you cannot, there's no difference nowadays.
Really?
Yes,
Really, Sheena?
Yes. No, I can't. Once upon
Really?
a time, be like, it's something that men be doing that like just like us now.
Let me ask you a question. So who, when you come on to the dating sphere, who social media work for more?
I don't have an answer to that question, sir.
Social media work for the woman more. All she have to do is post a sexy picture and millions of men up in her DM.
That's not, hold on.
Social
That's
media.
not them speaking a woman based off of physical. I mean, Mark, I'm not saying that for you to see someone.
But women love this.
But you want something else.
Women love this. That's why women. But Sheena, women love this. That's why women take 100 pictures only to post one. Women love this attention. Women love this shallow attention.
Too, but it's not because of no man. It's because I want to see myself. I just want to see myself looking the best that I can be. Huh?
Really? Then, but it is in your phone. It is in your phone.
That men feel like, oh, we get dressed and we look a certain way for a man. I don't get dressed and look a certain way for a man. I get dressed and look a certain way for me.
Well, you might have a point there because women,
when I go out, I'll be like, yes, Sheena, you looking nice. Yeah, it's not for no man.
But Sheena, you have a point because most women are dressing for women nowadays. They're not dressing for men. Because men don't understand 3/4 of the things women wear. You know, the eyelash that you're wearing, it's not for her, it's not for us to compliment you on. You want the girlfriends to compliment you on it.
It is not for no girlfriend to compliment you on it. It is for me. It does something for my eyes. My eyes are a little bit more dreamy.
Okay.
It is not for no.
Okay.
No.
But Shireen, let me ask you, let me ask you a question, Sheena. So you're telling me that barefoot pants, you would wear a barefoot pants right now?
When I don't style a barefoot pants with a nice t-shirt or a top, what to say, and a pair of clothes. Which means a barefoot pants.
Sheena, but why aren't you wearing it?
Because the occasion don't call for it.
Why
it depends on the occasion, where I'm going.
But this is the thing. What creates the occasion? The acceptance of the persons who are going to be there.
You know, the type of function that you're doing.
So the people who are going to be there have an accepted dress code. So this is the thing. What is in style is not what you like, it's what is accepted.
It's what I like.
And what is accepted.
It's what I like. And everything in style I wear in a, let me just let you know that it's not everything that is in style I wear.
Nobody wear everything that is inside. So
if they say if it's tear up shirt, them gonna get tear up shirt. If it's neon colors, them gonna get neon colors. If it's, as you said, Bella's pants or whatever they got, no, that's not me. I dress to what makes me feel comfortable. That when I look on myself, I feel like the queen that I am. You get what I'm saying? That is, I dress to feel comfortable, to feel that kind of classy, kind of sexy, kind of just relaxed kind of vibe. I don't dress for nobody. That's what I have to.
Okay,
and I guess it comes with growth. Because now I'm in my 30s, near 40. I don't have time to sit down and be doing things just because a person or to be accepted in a certain society or in a certain, people be like, oh, no, I do it because it makes me feel good.
But why it makes you feel good? Because it is accepted.
For me.
Not just for you.
For me. If somebody out there come and compliment me, then that's fine. That's a plus. That's an added bonus. But when I get ready and I put on my accessories or I put on whatever it is that I do, it is not for anyone but for me that when I look on myself, I feel like, oh wow, yeah, Sheen, looking good.
Well, let's say Sheena, you're one in a million.
You have many others like me. You have many others like me. Majority of females
one in a
they're just like me.
Because the exact thing that you're saying that majority women don't do is the thing that is running the internet, is the thing that makes Instagram and social media so popular. Acceptance of others. And that's what women thrive. That's what women thrives off of.
Mm-mm.
But let's move to the next topic. Kevin
Hold on.
Samuels
You
quickly.
keep on. I don't know. I'm hearing you perfectly clear, but you're buffering again. Do you
Let me
want to come off and let me
let me
and re-invite yourself? Yes. No. Or you want to go ahead? Hello. Think he got disconnected. Let's see what's going on here. Mhm. Who is that? Who came on? Is that Anthony or is that Janelle or is that
It's
Brian?
Anthony. Hold on. I gotta go downstairs.
Hello, bro. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad that you're online. So let me ask you a question now.
Uh-huh.
What is your view on love? Have you ever been in love?
Wait,
What is
repeat
your
that?
take on the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation?
That they're both in an abusive relationship with each other.
Toxic, right? Very toxic.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, like my co-host was saying that, oh, when he met Amber Heard, you know, it was they were having an affair because he was in a relationship, and yeah, they were doing all the booze and the code, the this and the that, but he thought that she was the one that would have taken him out of that lifestyle. But for me, I feel like that relationship was not going to go anywhere, really and truly, because there was no foundation. And the foundation that they had, it was unhealthy, it was toxic.
True.
You know, so I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I just don't feel like at this point in time, that's another thing that I'm not doing. I don't think I'm going into any relationship and a year in, anybody comes and about, Sheena, will you marry me? I'm not marrying a soul. I'm not interested. I'm not
After a year?
interested. What do
Why
you
not?
think, Anthony? If you met somebody and within the year you feel the need, would you marry someone that you know in less than a year or a year? Do you think you can like know somebody that you want to spend the rest of your years within your life with under a year and marry them? Be
Sometimes
honest.
it works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Because it takes patience and getting to know the person. You can be with somebody for 5, 10 years, get
And
married to
still don't
them,
know
and
them.
within 6 months or less, you get divorced. You marry somebody who you know under a year, and it's thriving. So it depends.
But the depends there now is what? Is the communicate. That is what I was telling him about the communication, about that
Hmm.
mental aspect and that emotional aspect and that physical and that spiritual aspect. Because I can have a physical attraction to you, you know. So
Yeah.
physically when we're there together, oh, it's amazing. But after that, there's
What else
nothing.
comes after that?
Yeah, after that, it's nothing. And that's what
Yeah,
I
because
keep
you
on
have a.
saying. Like most of these relationships now that I see people go into,
Hmm.
they're there in it because of the physical aspect or how it look on social media or how it look for when people go out and see them out in society, how it looks. Lots of people are relationships just for that. There's no foundation.
That's true and sad. But most people, I think, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of physical aspect to it these days because everything is so easy. So you see somebody you like them, they look good. Go after them. You don't take the time to get to know them, to see what's going on with
Exactly.
them mentally, where they're at, what their plans are, and all of that stuff. You just you get with them, and then after a couple months, it ends, and you
It
can't
fizzled.
understand why.
Exactly, because that was the only thing that was holding you guys together. So God forbid now, this lady that you're only just physically attracted to. I mean, yes, the possibility is that you guys could have some nice times, kick, where you laugh and all that kind of stuff. But to sit down and really have conversations and really go and do things where you get to know that other person, you're not doing that. So if I go out now and I meet some other man now that making me the kick and I'm physically attracted to him, then all of a sudden now, all of that attraction that I had to you now, I'm going to start to differ it. It's going to start to fickle away, yeah, to you, and I'm going to start to feel it for this next person. You know? I mean, I guess for me personally, and that's why I'm so apprehensive, is that yes, you will always meet someone who's nice looking. And I always tell him, I say, yo, somebody looking at me is not a big deal to me. Having sex is not a big deal to me either. But someone that I can sit down and spend time with, and they accept the flaws in me, the quirkiness in me, because you know me, I'm crazy. I have my crazy moments. You know, I will make you laugh, I'll make you cry, I'll make you upset. But someone who, if you want to, like, when you really actually know that person, flaws and all, I think that is the most beautiful thing. And you can still accept them flaws and all. And yes, of course, if they have some bad ways they want to work, you know what I mean? You want to tell them about it so they can not change, but do better. Because you can see the greatness that they can be better. You get what I'm saying? Those relationships are amazing. But are we actually meeting people like that that going to spend the time to actually get to know? No. No.
It's sex, pictures, sex, more pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
And vacations and all that stuff. And then you try to figure out, why did we get distant to begin with? After all of that stuff, and then you hit some kind of a bad patch. And then there's no communication. Or if there is communication, there's a whole lot of arguing going on.
All right, hold on. Let me add my co-host. I think he's back online.
All right.
And you can stay online as well. There we go. Perfect.
Okay.
And Anthony, let them know where you're calling from. Where are you? Which one are you cold state that you're in right now? Is it snowing over there? Or no snow right now?
It's in the 90s. But no snow.
All right, Ryan, one of my friends, Andrew, he's online with us. I guess we can go and we can start the next topic with the news.
Yeah. Respect. So respect, but Sheena, you kind of have like the regular, like unrealistic view of a woman. Do you?
I do not believe I'm unrealistic.
Like, this is it. This is it, right? This is it. And
me wanting someone who is equally yoked to me, that is going to love me mentally, that is going to love me, that is going to appreciate me intellectually, that is going to value me emotionally, that is going to be there with me spiritually, that is someone that can express themselves, communicate, that's someone that's vested in the relationship, that is brutally honest. Because I listen, I will commend and I give all credit to a man who will be blunt, like brutally honest with me, than to tell me a lie or to try feeding me bullshit. I'm not into those kind of men. Let me cry, and at the end of the day, I can say, you know what? At least Brian was honest with me.
But Sheena, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? You're asking for a lot. You're asking for some things that would make me that Sheena, listen, hold on. You're asking for some things that would lead me to say that you need some girlfriends. Right? Because you need a man to be your girlfriend. You need a man to laugh with you and talk with you. That's not his responsibility.
Hold on.
That's not his responsibility. Because this is the thing. No.
Let me tell you this. In every marriage, you have to have that bond of friendship. That bond of like a best friend. Because whether you like it yes or no, we're going to get old. And that sexual aspect is going to die. it's gonna die sooner with you than with me, right? And you want to know
But you know,
that you have that companionship where
but she,
you
but
find joy, you find happiness
you
in
know where
just
the
those moments of whether it is silent or
but
talking with that
you're
individual.
not his friend. But you're not his friend.
What do you mean?
But Sheena, you're not his friend.
So then that is the problem.
You are not his friend.
Hold on.
You want to prove that you're not no man's friend?
I'm saying,
Do you want to prove that you're not no man's friend?
you
You want to prove that you're no
speak
man's
up because I
No.
like at this point I feel like something must be wrong with me.
I
Do
can't
you
say
agree
that
with me?
where we got
You want to be
is
deceived?
in two different
You want to be
generations.
deceived, Sheena.
But the people who I hang around with,
Right?
you develop the relationship with the person. You have a
Right.
friendship, best friend, and all of that. You can have relationships outside of your marriage. You have friendships you can deal with. But at the end of the day, when you come home to your spouse, you want to be able to sit down and can talk to them.
And that should be your best friend. Is it not that person should be your best friend?
Yeah.
So then what?
Of course.
What I said? What is
Of course, but your friend,
What?
but she's not your friend. Let's be real. Let's be real, Sheena. You want a man who is gonna deceive you. That's not your friend. He's not your friend. No man that you're in a relationship with, Sheena. No, Sheena. No man that you're in a relationship with is
Why is
not
that?
your friend. He might pretend. He might work with the narrative.
What do you mean by he's not
He's
my
not
friend?
your
Then I don't
friend.
want that man to be my man then. Because if
The
that's
thing-
base, listen, let me tell you this.
Sheena, when he wants to be around his friend, when he wants to be around his friend, when he wants to be around his friends, he's not at home.
I didn't hear it. Can you pardon me? Can you go again?
When he wants to be around his friend, when he's around his friends, he is not at
That
home.
also depends on the kind of man that you choose.
He acts way different.
Because you can have the friends that you can bring around.
No, but the thing is this. The thing is
Speak
this.
that point that you just said a while ago.
I say it depends on the friends you have around you. You have that type of relationship where we've seen it and been around it, where you're married and you can bring your friends around your wife and y'all can hang out. You should
Which
be
is what-
able to be comfortable.
Which
to
is
do
what
that.
it
Yeah, but the conversation will be different.
Mark, listen, I'm
Conversation
not gonna need a
The
time when they
conversation
part
will
with
be
their male
different.
friends and they go out and because I'm not that person that's gonna be pee cluck behind any man. Right? But my man, and I don't care how unrealistic you think it is, my husband, the husband that I'm gonna get, again, the second one, he's gonna be my best friend. You get what I'm saying? He's gonna be my best friend. The second time around, yeah.
Sheena, let me
But if he has to act different,
let me explain something. But Sheena, let me explain something. But let me explain something for a second, right? You see. Hold on. Okay, yeah. You can want what you want all along, but you have to reach a point when you realize that
Listen,
society is not giving you what you want.
I don't
Right?
want a man.
Listen. Hold on. You have kids to grow, right? You have kids to grow. You have an obligation to those kids to have a man, so that those kids don't have to come and run behind you. That those kids can focus on their life and their family and their kids, and don't have to be worrying about, oh, mommy's alone by herself. Mommy need to go to the doctor. You have the opportunity to build that in a man, right? Because a woman chooses the type of relationship she wants, but them only keep it up until after the first sex, or until after them get the ring.
that's not all of them.
Two things control a marriage.
All of them.
Two things control relationship. Sex
And what's the next one?
and money.
Finance.
Sex and money.
And hold on, and let me
Two
this.
things
Hold on.
determined.
I agree with you.
Two-
There are two. It's very important, and a lot of you have a support because of the finances.
Not love.
You get what I'm saying?
Finances, yes.
And maybe I can't speak for those women out there enough. I can only speak for myself. You get what I'm saying? Sex is never a problem for me. Sex is
No,
never a problem for me. Because if you want it, I need it. How about that? Sex It's not a problem for me.
Sheena, but Sheena, your sexual attraction is a problem for you.
This is what I come from. I'm talking
Don't
from my
And don't you have a sexual
my
attraction? Sheena, don't you have a sexual
I had a
attraction?
foundation with my
Don't
husband
you?
that we were friends. We were best friends. That we sit down and reason all that kind of stuff. I feel like we would not have gone the route of divorce. You get what I'm saying? That's my thinking. Again, if the man is not vested and he's not ready to commit completely and totally for family and kids, you get what I'm saying? It's gonna have a problem. If you're gonna be a married man, still associating and partying with your single friends all the time, and you are one of those men that listen to what your friends and these single men say, then you're gonna be led astray. Because in this life, I'm not to say you're not going to see a woman that is, if you're a breast man or you're a bottom man or whatever, or a woman that is beautiful, you're not going to see a woman and like that woman. But you're going to remember that, listen, you know that I have my wife at home, that she cook and she clean and she's an ambitious woman and she's doing X, Y, and Z. No, they're led on this physical aspect. And the ego. Why?
But Sheena,
I'm listening.
Sheena, you have to create your world. You have to create your own world that can give you what you want.
Well, that's why
because this world will never give you that. Because watch this. But watch this. Your toy don't have a chest. Your toy can't lay on you and generate heat. Your toy
I plug him in my charging. I make him fix all the stuff that we need, and then I just put him again.
But at the end of the day, we still need to build that foundation.
Sheena, watch it.
Go again. Let's hear you.
I said that. But we still need to have a foundation to lay back on, to fall back on, because you're going to run into rough patches when you're in a relationship, especially with finances. If the finance is not straight, you're not going to have sex. Because no woman wants to go sleep with a man when you have to go worry about what needs to get paid.
No, but the love's supposed to work. The love's supposed to work based on what Sheena says.
You gotta be realistic. Sex will
yeah,
start,
but I can love you and what you mean by
that's what I'm
supposed to work? If you're having issues and especially if you have a partner that is not transparent to you about these issues and what is going on and would rather to go on the road or don't want to talk about it and all these kind of stuff, then it's gonna transcend into the different realms in the relationship, just like sex. Like, I am not the type of person, if emotionally we're not connected, right? I don't want you to feel like you can come now, want to kissy and want to have sex and feel like if you have sex with me, all is well. All is not well, bro. All is not well.
But that's Sheena, that's your sexual attraction.
I can be attracted to you right now, and if me and you have an issue and you're not willing to speak about it, sit down and let us converse about it. And you want to then you become and feel like then you become you're doing all of these kind of stuff that you know that will turn me on. I'm gonna want to have sex with you. I'm not.
Then in the moment you're not sexually attracted.
That's not it. It's because you're
but sexual attraction is not like, oh, you're sexually attracted to that person or you don't. Sometimes you have increased sexual attraction, sometimes you have reduced sexual attraction. You have another time that is...
I don't want you to feel like that because you can use sex. I don't want no man to feel like they can use
But Sheena, give me a... You cannot go around trying to redefine...
You have an argument and instead of speaking on what it is and what the issue is, and trying to make things right, they think that they can use sex to squash it, to quell it. That does not work for me.
No!
You can have all the sex in the world and tomorrow I'm coming to you again about the issue that I have. How about that? Huh?
Sheena, but who told you that the man wanting sex is him thinking that the problem resolved? The man just want broke. And you have the means to invoke him.
gonna have to use
So who tell you that?
Fabian, you're here. We have 20. Hold on, we have some seconds remaining. Have we done an hour already on this one?
Exactly. When you're having fun, right? Let me log out and log in back so we can do some
All right.
house cleaning before we leave.
Nice